Hello folks, don't worry, this is not a knocking shop. Yeah. Sports brand JD, they have on their bags they give to customers, forever forward, forever forward. Mainly the amount of people that have these bags draped over their shoulder, yes, they are going forever forward for a fucking chasey we play Scotland. Hey! I've actually about the VY bikes, they just don't particularly look safe, actually. They really don't. Like, they are incredibly light and they do move like the wind, but the thing is, when one went over a pothole and I thought the bike was actually going to snap in half. It must be like, is it, what's this? Polycarbon or whatever it is. Build, and to be honest, it's like, oh, no. But I would always just go with my own bike. You know how much the 24-hour hire for a VLI? £79. Are you no better just going along to like gear bikes down the West End, collect a bike for maybe 130, and that bike is yours for now, forever, and for the time to come. But West End people, whoa, see, I got to admit, I think somebody was trying to lay commitment down on me on the way to this bizarre place to film Th1rapy, because this guy, you know, and he had he was in a bad way, right? He slashed, right? He came up to me, hugged me, kissed me in the hand, and then brought my hand up to his chest. Commitment? Oh, fuck that. Is it too soon to be making jokes regarding German wings? This is exactly what happens if you give your pets mushies when your car's check light comes on. I hope it's kind of films that are known as R-rated and have a requirement for you to be carrying tissues. A Krispy Kremes will make her scream, "Oi, Frank, that's the wrong glaze, you click it cunt! You're sitting on the couch tonight!" Talking of heavy metal, you notice where her hands are at? Oof, I know what she's wanting. On top of the bike, you dirty big bastards. On today's this morning, there is a dial-in Dear Deirdre type knockoff talking about neighbours. Now, I don't exactly see them covering the topic of the landlord sent an invoice for some repair work and my neighbours went completely schizo. Now that's what shite looks like. Police Scotland telling us to do their job? Nah, not on. It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more. Pete, gonna stop being a dildo? Mittens! Mittens, where are you, cat? Where are you? I've missed you. Sometimes in life you've actually got to stand up and say, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Let's unravel it. That's all it was. Oh, and the tinfoil wasn't even dirtied up like as if it had been used to burn heroin with it as well.
Dolan Rail Platform 1, coming, 4 carriages. Dolan Rail Platform 2 is cancelled. Furries are intercoursing on the train.
Ah, for fuck's sake, that happens all the time I come on this platform.
We can't fix the rest, but I bet an app is actually pretty good.
Hello folks, I just want to say a thank you to our pseudo sponsor, Glasgow City Council Municipal Waste Systems, for providing us a bin that can hold the camera up to an appropriate angle whilst we operate this, whatever we like to call this scenario. Without it, would be fucked because this is a DJI camera and trying to find a tripod stand for one is rather difficult. So, welcome to therapy. And that's therapy instead of a E, it's a 1. So yeah, after the news, the what I feel, and a few wee sketches become of the matter, whatever is said next is totally unplanned. So just want to welcome you in and welcome to therapy. We're going to start off with the news. Glasgow news. In the centre of Glasgow, there is a rather draconian dispersal order underway where if you're spotted by police and maybe you and your pal are talking a wee bit loud with each other, having a bit of a laugh, clowning about, maybe smacking each other's arse, whatever, right? Yous will be separated by the police and given a document telling you you're not to be in a certain part of town for a certain amount of time. I think it's 6 months or something like that. It's really like quite rough. Do the police give that out to the junkies or the dirty divers? No, they fucking well don't, because doing that would cause a PR nightmare. It's the phrase is the path of least resistance. Give these things to maybe a bunch of student frat boys that have been maybe a wee bit too loud for themselves, where the ones that are actually causing crimes, like the dinghy divers and junkies, no, they don't. Law news. That fucking seagull's a cunt. The next part of news. Law news. That other seagull's a cunt. The next part of law news is the murderer of Henry Novak was in court and he was crying. Tough. You do the crime, you do the time. Also, talking of news regarding law, the police are using AI to make evidence. Corruption, essentially. What a surprise. And I'm surprised people actually do give the police any time of day when it's quite clear what's going on and how corrupt they are. I mean, like, this is not a situation where they're using AI to help collect evidence. This is actually creation of evidence, something much more serious and something much more wrong. England news. Media mogul, also known as Katie Hopkins, had been kicked out of a pub. Let's get that right and corrected. She didn't get kicked out of a pub. Yes, she got booed out of a pub. She walked out of a pub. And also the mainstream media are forgetting a little something. Men that were purporting to be woke were actually taking swipes at her physically in that same pub. So, you know, this is a general testament of what woke is really like. Men striking women. That's wrong. Pub news. A young bartender in a local Wetherspoons, not local to me, but local in the UK, he was sitting trying to profile who could be and who may not be a reform voter and knocking back service from anyone who he perceives to be a reform voter. This judgment swilling boy, he wasn't going for stuff that's maybe like on the t-shirt or on the coat or what people are talking about in the actual bar or overhearing conversations in the actual bar space. He was just literally going profiling those customers who were in the day prior, and quite a lot of people didn't exactly like being profiled as a reform voter. Battery operated buses to help us fight climate change, yet the daft thing's already broken down and we're gonna die anyway. Thug life! This telephone was meant to have been removed on the 23rd of the 4th, but it's still here by May. We shall not be moved. For life. Putting your mate in the doggy wash because he's a bit of a dirty man and it passes a bit of time while the washing's getting done. He's a dirty boy. Thug life. It's advisable to keep the window open for lots of fresh air, but window does not conform to such bullshit and is close. Thug life. Taking my Hoover for a quick run on the bus because I've got fuck all else to do, and to be honest, there's nothing like a mental Monday. Thug life. Thug life. Building your flat with a door one floor up and no stairwell because you're a non-conformist, but also if there's a fire or anything severe happen, well fuck it, we're dying anyway. Death is inevitable. Thug life. A Pisano pizza disposal bin being found in Eldon Street / Woodlands Road. It's travelled some fair distance, might I tell you, from where it normally sits. It's because it's a filthy rebel and it loves its travel as much as me. Thug life. That's a Sainsbury's shopping trolley in a Morrison's trolley park. Because he doesn't care whose turf he's on and he doesn't care about the boundaries. Fuck him all, thug life. How awkward is it when a person you know doesn't have a dog comes into the pet shop and asks for a dog leash and a dog collar? That's not for a dog walking club, that's for the kinky games. Thug life. Well, folks, it's been a while since we've done this, but we're going to give it a blast. It's called The Wall Failed because even in 2026, people are still posting like worse cunts. I win. Donald Duck, the poorly drawn MS Paint version of Donald Duck and Minnie Mouse and Goofy, all fucking brilliant people, and the plot lines are usually extremely dark, extremely wrong, and that's that. It's nice to kind of break away, tap in and watch a Donald Duck episode because it's not for the wokey cokies. I feel taking to Facebook to admit you have been using your neighbour's bin for quite a while, maybe bins in this case, and then suddenly realising the neighbours have got locks on the bins and getting a bit upset. And saying something along the lines of, imagine my neighbours getting locks on our bins. How petty. Margaret and Anne-Louise, your gardens look like shite anyway. And then when the locks go on, it's almost like any form of resistance. Like, no, you're a worse cunt for doing it. I win unintentionally steamy graphics. You know, maybe it's like for a poster, maybe it's for something work related, and you get a designer. Maybe it's you're a designer. But anyway, you put it together and you think, oh, that looks amazing. And then your pal looks at it going, that looks phallic. And it's really funny, especially like graphics put on like the sides of a bus and they look unintentionally steamy in this case. A couple look like they're shagging at the back of the bus. Nice. Very 2014. I win. Graphics from a computer game called Fallout. Especially the Vault Boy guy doing that kind of thing. I had to do it there. I just had to do it, right? Smiley, cheery, colourful. I would say, if you're going to specify, Fallout 4 is a bit like having sex. It's fucking awesome, but there's just not enough time in a day. Oh, here we go, I fail. Fast food place called Jollibee is selling themselves to political causes, i.e. the Palestine thing. The thing is, they're completely forgetting all these issues, Palestine, etc., are on opposite sides of the world, right? What is in front of you is a customer and hunger, and you can either solve it or irritate them, and it sounds like you're getting dangerously close to irritating them and pandering for all these globalist agendas. Your primary agenda should ever only be the customer and solving their hunger. I fail. Keir Starmer's online safety bill that prohibits children from getting onto social media. A lot of schools have their Facebook page and needed information on social media, and also like on YouTube, you know, there's lots of revision material on YouTube and other websites. So Keir Starmer has just banned a whole bunch of people getting bloody access to revision materials and much needed school resources. But you know, Keir's a good man with a rent boy plan. But it's just that was just one horrible dick move he did on the way out of Parliament. We have luckily got rid of evil. He's an evil prick. Like, fucking evil prick, bastard cunt. I feel the language police on Facebook, always in the comments, always making a public scene of themselves just because somebody said the word fuck, bugger or cunt. If you don't like seeing language like that, you're in the wrong place, sweetie. Fuck off. I fail. Grammar Nazis, making a already imperfect world even more insufferable. An average day at bus users. Hello, Mark. I can tell you you're allowed back on the buses after watching granny porn on the bus's Wi-Fi system. Oh, quality. Some people call me a tin hat theorist. I think they're fucking wrong. I'm a tin can theorist. Oh wow, that's some vibration. If I was a lassie, I'd be enjoying this shit. Five Guys has beer you can buy under Wi-Fi a bit, but it's there for one reason: to soothe the pain of a £24 burger. Five Guys, terror to your bank wallet, and TransPennine Express, pure terror in your heart. That reads the wedding chapel. That also reads, oh fuck, I'm out of here. Oh, fuck. The place that got busted for cannabis has had its shutters somewhat bent open. I want my cannabis! And welcome to therapy! Woo! Hey folks, I'm Andy, I'm 34. A lot of my life, people have either thought I was gay, bisexual or autistic. Yeah, I've been tested on autistic. And also, you know, I've got the manual, metaphorical manual, and I know what to tell he tunes to and not. But anyway, like, if I was going to be gay, let's be honest, fucking hell, I'm shit, right? I'm as fucking camp as a brick, right? As flamboyant, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that one. But ultimately, when it comes to mechanics of it, right, I've got a really bad gagging reflex, right? So when it comes to old bedroom antics, I'd be And I'd be shit at it, right? People say get some numbing spray from a doctor. Oh, aye, alright, okay, fair play. So I walked in to see Dr. Bronson. Oh, hello, Dr. Bronson, as tested by hot dogs, right? I don't take hot dogs for a fucking reason, because I'd end up making myself sick. And that's how I learned I had a really bad gagging reflex. I'm not going to go up to Dr. Bronson and say, could you get a numbing spray so I can suck something dick? You know? It's fucking stupid. Apart from anything, yeah, the bad gagging reflex, I'm as camp as a brick. 3, see if it wasn't for 2 fucking cans of energy juice, right? I would be fucking brain dead. I would be about as interesting as fucking paint dry. But aye, it's nice to check in with me and ask these questions and see what replies are. And apart from anything, right, I have a very strong aversion to the C word. And it's not cunt. It's commitment. Oh, fuck it, I'm away. Fuck it, I'm away. Right. Yeah, there we go. I had to get a megabus back. Now, anybody that looks through my YouTube channel will see the kind of commitment sketch I did. When the little some kiddo says, I love you. Oh, fuck, I'm the way. Oh. Right, I'm nearly home. There we go. We are here. And that was another megabus journey. Fucking hell. Megabus doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, I used to like a cheeky twat bangle. Anyway. Yeah. And yeah, like school life was fucking shit. It was deplorably shit. Lots of like homophobic twattery. And that kind of came across. I'll tell you for why it came. Right. I became friends with somebody and didn't realise they had known somebody, but they were not wanting to talk to him anymore, really. And we just started talking, and you know, like, we just kind of got on quite well. And suddenly, some mad homophobic bullying started for 3 years. And the thing is, like, it was like fucking, what's it called? It was almost like documentary level. Like, I've got 110 names on an online spreadsheet, Microsoft spreadsheet, right? And yeah, fairly fucking deplorable behaviour they all engaged upon. I mean, about 96 of them actually have apologised for what they did towards me. And some of the behaviour was very, very jarring indeed, you know. And about 14 of which won't, I think, from what I looked at the number of 14, one's got drug issues, one's had mental health issues, others have been in jail at least times by 2 on that list. But there's no need to treat people like that, and especially in this day and age when people are calling themselves woke and social justice warriors and stuff like that. I mean, you know, you don't even need that shite like that these days. You know, you just need that kind of 4-worded phrase: "Don't be a cunt," right? And then if you can achieve that, the sky's the limit. You don't need all this. Don't say us. Don't say it. 7,000 products. And all that other stuff. No, you just, you know, like, and the irony is when we talk about it, social justice warriors are fucking useless when it comes to dealing with actual, like, in real life bullying. They just kind of either sit from a far distance watching, or climb up pipes like fucking rats. But yeah, and although it was quite rough for me, I did come away with actually better than expected grades, so that was a good thing. And every step apart from school is a positive, you know. And as I say, you know, there's still people that still believe I'm gay, right? And you know, like they look at me and going, too camp to be straight, but too straight to be gay. Whatever, but that's them up 'em, ignorant fucks. Right? But yeah, I mean, unfortunately in school I did get kind of fag bashed quite a bit. So you know, I'm still not that great with being in groups of people, to be fair. But anyway, this is, I suppose it is time to talk about stuff like that. It's therapy, so what of it? So yeah, I suppose I'll let you know about this one, right? Many people live in a flat of some description, either be it high rises or HMOs or 400 blocks or semi-detached houses, whatever, I don't care. Right, but in that situation, there's 4 people in the block, 4 residents in the block, and at the back, cast iron pipes, and they're starting to erode. And obviously if they start eroding, they start leaking. So we did get it organised for inspection with an inspector. Right, and the inspector says you need a new pipe. And in our block, right, we've got 2 what you call factor residents and 2 bot residents. They both got written to, but one of which, when seeing that letter, blew a fuse, slamming bins. But hey, that's that. Yeah, in the United Kingdom, we have had our 2-year care leave. Yes, here we go. Woo! And we all know about what he's been up to, so I'm not going to bother telling you what he's been up to because it doesn't make overly much sense. But ultimately, yes, with Starmer, the highlight of his career was being caught organising rent boys and not paying him up, and various artefacts like his house and his car being set alight. The court case for these 5 arse Avengers it ended recently, 3 of which sentenced, 2 of which let go. Let go for fucking arson. Oh my days, wow. Suppose a wee bit of fellatio and a 20 note goes a long way these days, eh? Yeah, I mean, 2 years must be what you call the golden standard in politics, because other politicians have been they've been doing much less time, Liz Truss. But at least we have someone in at the minute that's not voiced very similarly to a Dalek. I'm sorry, but every time your stomach took to something to talk, and he was not like that robot, I wasn't going to take him any serious anytime soon. So yeah, that's that. We've got a big football event on. I can't mind its full title. I'll probably put it in the title if I can be bothered, right? And you can tell how little involvement I have with regards to football. And that's another reason that people I could be gay. But anyway, you know what? Their dad might be a nice fella, but I don't want to bang that arse. But oh no, Scotland, England, time zone difference because America. Pubs been so busy you couldn't get in. That's about all I know. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, travelling. I think the travel season for me starts about now. So I'm going to have a holiday, then I'm going to be going to a sci-fi event in August and some biker event in the Midlands about the same time. So yes, and one thing I've noticed, National Express are no longer serving cheap tickets, especially to Manchester. 46 quid for a journey to Manchester. I think it's ridiculous when it used to be as cheap as £4.50, but the going rate was about 9 quid for your most specifically chosen bus route or whatever. But VOI bikes, they're almost as bad as Deliveroo. Driven by student little fuckboys that have absolutely no idea what they're doing with themselves or their life. And yeah, riding up pavements, go through red lights, nearly crashing into cars because they were too busy texting while cycling. Fucking, duh. Did I just do that? Duh. Yes, I did. So there we go. Holidays are quite good. There's one holiday I was at, right, and Manchester, massive hotel room. I thought it could be if you know what I mean, if you know, you know, like maybe go and yap and meet somebody, bring them up to the hotel, and fuck their fucking brains out. He's alive here. Right, anyway, so going to meet this bird for the Alticum, and about an hour before. Wait a minute. That's a group of people wanting to pray with me in regards to sex outside wedlock. Fucking hell. Ooh. And then I looked around the hotel room and I was like, I need to go and get supplies. So I had to go into Arndale Centre, get my shopping done. And on my way round, there's what you call the Primark. I went in, 38 quid less, and about 25 minutes later, I came out in fucking drag. I had an ear scrunchie, this is the days of long hair, one of these like half belly female goth t-shirt things, crisscrossy tights, stilettos, and me stumbling my way towards the entrance and exit door, and then near enough he'd diving into the middle set of doors, making the security guy look like, what the fuck? I was wondering myself, what the fuck? And I walked across Piccadilly Gardens and over towards the Yateses, and I could see this couple that were praying for men having sex outside wedlock. And anyway, so I could hear him from the other side, and she was saying, oh, you know, we've got to pray for all these young men who just stick it in here, there and everywhere. And that phrase nearly made me lose character. It was fucking hilarious. But anyway, yeah, I just stood behind his telephone box doing my thing, and then I was like, oh yeah, well, that was that. I made my way to the hotel room, and although I didn't get my hole that night, I did have a mighty good laugh. So if anything, there's always a positive somewhere. Always remember it, folks. So any other things to talk about? For a random tangent, right? Sometimes you get people at the door asking, could you look after this for your neighbour? I know it's absolutely okay and all's good, but on this occasion, I opened the door. This is 2016, right? The delivery guy whammed the packet into my hand so hard, I was sure I was going to end up having a broken hand or whatever, right? Whammed it so hard into my hand, the actual package fell out of the box, and it was a sex toy. I had to turn round, and there was my mum behind me, and Mum, this isn't mine. I swear to fuck it isn't mine. And she just looked like, aye, fucking whatever. And and when I took it into the kitchen, I looked at it, and it was one of these cheap, nasty dildos, you know, the silver ones, the chrome ones. It looked like from the 70s or something. Pure, cheap, nasty. And I looked at it, and see, if I was a lassie, I'd be wanting something a bit better up me. You know, maybe one of them mad rubber, the rubber vibrating cocks that actually have the veins and the head you can pull back and forth. Something like that, or USB chargeable one. I would want something better. I would want even one that sounds like a Ford Mustang when it's going. Not this cheap bit of plastic you can fucking screw together yourself or buy from a shop for about $5.99. What cheap, nasty, low beneath standards is that, eh? But anyway, folks, I think we'll probably bring things to a gentle conclusion, and now the weather's starting to push it down, and I also need to get to work. So I just want to say thanks for joining Therapy. There may be another one sometime soon. There are going to be sketches throughout the show, and just like, share, subscribe, and well, thank you for joining, and I'll catch you soon.